Michael, first playoff game, 5-1 victory. Just overall thoughts and moving on.
Yeah, we're really excited. We played pretty well, got off to a really good start, scored some really good goals. I thought our mix of our football ideas, when we needed to go faster and try to create chances, when we needed to slow things down and control the game with the ball, mixed with our intensity, our pressing. I thought a lot of that was really good. So yeah, we're excited. Excited to get another game and keep ourselves going.
Coach, when it looked like your team was controlling the ball, Carolina appeared to get a little more physical, but your team seemed to really get through that. How did you think they acted maturity-wise on the field in those moments?
Yeah, I thought we handled the night in a really mature way. Obviously it's a big game. The lights come on a little brighter. There's a little more at stake, and so I thought, again, just in terms of our understanding of how to play the game, how to compete, how to manage moments, how to not get caught up in some of that stuff, I thought was all really good.
Can you talk about Mosquera's performance? You guys dominated the right side of the field. Just talk about what you saw and what you guys did so well.
Yeah, Rafa had a really, really good night. I thought, when you talk about the wide areas, are the relationships and the understanding on both sides between, on the right side, Rafa and Mina and Nevi, and then on the left side, Matty Dos Santos and Andy and Nate Worth. That part's really important for us in terms of when we play out there, how we can threaten, how we can control, how we can find different ways to be dangerous out there. So I thought, we were really happy with a lot of that.
You mentioned it, lights brighter, a lot more people in the crowd. How happy were you with the team kind of living up to the moment and not letting it get to them?
Yeah, really, really proud of them. Again, as an athlete, as a competitor, there's nothing better than playing in the big games. That's why you play. So for a bunch of young guys in that dressing room tonight, they played all year to now get into the playoffs and have a night like this. And so you're excited for them and proud of them when now they get their chance and they can play like that.
You guys made a huge statement going into tonight in the first round of the playoffs. Can you just talk about the message sent to the rest of the playoffs and the rest of the bracket?
Message for ourselves, reinforcement for our work, reinforcement for the mentality and the commitment every day, for how we train, for all of our ideas. And so again, it's for us. What the others think, what the others see, what the others do, we don't worry much about that.
Amir Modelo had a serious shoulder injury before you got here. He comes back for the first time since April. Talk about what you've seen from him in his comeback and what he could benefit or give a boost to this team.
Yeah, we're really, really happy for Aymar. Obviously, it was a long injury. He worked really, really hard to get himself back so that he could be in contention to play at the end of the year. In this last, over the international break, we were able to use the time in training and really get him back up to speed and fit and sharp. And so, when we got towards the end of the game tonight, we wanted to get him on the field.
Your team basically dictated terms right off the kickoff. Was this exactly what you wanted from your squad right from the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody always talks about having a good start. That was a really good start. Especially when you're playing at home against a team that you suspect is going to be a little bit cautious and a little bit conservative to be on top of the game right away. That helps. So we obviously were able to start in a good way, put together little action, really sharp, got into the box, and obviously then get the penalty. So yeah, we were happy with the start for sure.
Coach, with how this playoff is formatted, Chicago Fire 2-1 tonight. Huntsville is also 1 tonight. Any idea of who you might pick for the next round?
No, I mean we'll discuss internally, with everybody like we did last time. Obviously, ultimately, the number one reason for choosing Carolina was simply that we finished first and they finished last, and we wanted to be as traditional as possible. You know, we didn't want to let anybody make a story where there wasn't one, and so obviously, you know, in some ways we'll probably continue to go that way, but again, we'll talk as a group.
And that's something the coaches decide, or the front office, like you talk with the front office?
Yeah, everybody. You know, it's like everything, collaborative and open, and we have fun discussing things.
The time, 2 more questions.
Roald Mitchell scored. You also have Jimenez and Tanner Rossborough. How nice is it to have 3 different strikers, you know, be able to contribute to this team?
Yeah, I mean, look, the way that we play. I mean, Roald, Jimenez, Tanner, Rafa, Andy, Dennis Nelic, like all attacking players. You know, some play a little bit more down the center, others play a little, you know, start a little bit wider. But you know, when you talk about the best teams, they have attacking players who are dangerous and can score goals. So we're really happy for Roald. You know, he had a really good night. Put a lot into it. Scored excellent goal. So again, we're really happy for him. But like I said, the best part is you know, we have a lot of attackers, different profiles, all doing really well and improvements.
Bravo, Baron.
Yeah, Coach, decent crowd here tonight. Any word on the support? Anything you'd like to tell the fans, especially heading into next week?
Yeah, we thank them for coming out. I mean, it's you know, it's fun this time of year. The weather cools down a little bit. It gets darker a little earlier, and the lights come on. And then when you add in great atmosphere, you know, a lot of familiar faces. I know, you know, our academy had some teams here, and so it was means a lot to us, and for the players especially, it's a lot of fun. So we appreciate their support, and hopefully everybody's back next Sunday.
Roald, fast start for the team, 2-0 heading into halftime, and then you get the 2 goals early in the second half. Talk about what went well for you guys offensively today.
Yeah, I think we just followed the match plan and just played with confidence full out throughout the whole 90. So, you know, when you just bond to the tactics and following everything, and you're also confident on top of that, it just tops it off. And we got the result we wanted, so.
You've kind of hit a hot streak late in the season. You get that goal tonight. Just what does it mean to you that Michael gave you the start tonight in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get a start, you know. But I knew how to keep that consistency and get it back. So, you know, getting a goal today obviously made me feel better. So, I mean, hopefully more to come, you know.
What did you see out there in regards to the Carolina core defense? You seem to really be able to roll off the shoulder of the defenders really well. Yeah. What was it from your perspective out there that made you so effective?
They were pretty tight to me, so I mean, I think it's good that I just kind of create space for myself and create opportunities for myself. So I think just getting off them, getting off the back shoulder and runs in behind, and just getting those like more individual 1v1 battles. I think that was the best part for me. So I try to exceed my ability there a little bit.
Roald, talk about the confidence of the team right now. Obviously, a huge 5 goals, first playoff win. You're 3 wins away from the title. Yeah. How you feeling with the team?
Good. I mean, this past week of training has been excellent. I mean, everyone's been bought into it. You know, everybody's just been locked in for the most part. But you know, I think we could just go far and probably win it, hopefully.
You have so many dangerous attacking players. You know, yourself, Rafa, Rojas, Benedetti. The list goes on. Just when you have all these guys being able to contribute and have the chemistry that you guys have, how nice is that knowing that when you go into every game, you know that you're going to score multiple goals?
It's awesome because, you know, you're probably definitely going to, one of us is definitely going to get an opportunity. So, I mean, just understanding each other is probably the best part. Just got to understand each other throughout the whole game, and then we get the results that we needed.
You were beating Carolina on every second ball. You basically were just intercepting passes left and right. Touches were just terrific. Was this exactly what you and the coaches talked about and basically played into practice tonight?
Yeah, basically that's what we talked about this whole training week. Just second balls. We know they're going to be pretty physical, so I think getting that and just like getting fouls that we needed and things going our way. So, you know, we were going to end up on top.
You guys were able to stay calm and composed despite all the fouls on the field. Can you just talk about that, how you guys were really able to put the match first?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important for, you know, us to just be calm in those situations. You know, some calls can go your way, but I think we managed it well and we managed our emotions too. So.
lights were brighter, a lot more people in the crowd tonight. First playoff game. How happy were you that you were able to kind of live up to that moment and it just wasn't too big for you tonight?
I think it did pretty good. I think after the first goal or the penalty in the first couple of seconds, I think I knew myself and the team were going to be flying. So I mean, one goal came after another, and we just proved it.
Looking forward, how do you bring this momentum into next week's game?
Yeah, I think we just keep the same intensity we've been doing in training. Just stay more into the tactics, and hopefully we have fun.
Do you have any friends and family here today?
Yes, I had my mom, dad, and brother. And that was it. Yeah.
Excellent. And what was it like to perform in front of them tonight?
It's always a good feeling, playing, especially scoring on top of it. It's an even better feeling. So hopefully more opportunities like that, even feel better.